Hello, leader. Have you ever found yourself in a situation whereby a team member leaves your team and the role, the task, or the project they are handling, or perhaps the team itself suffers? A case whereby when they leave, people are unable to, the project is unable to move on because they've gone with the knowledge, or they are the strong person, the hero holding the project or the task, and immediately they exit. Everybody there is unable to function appropriately. Good afternoon. My name is Tinola Kilon. I'm here to take you through another leadership gem, very interesting one that would help you and help your team scale up and ensure sustainability in your team. So today we'll be looking at institutionalizing knowledge in your team. What does that mean? The ability to keep the required knowledge within your team or within your organization. That means when people leave, they don't leave with the knowledge that they have. When people leave, your organization or the team does not suffer. Work can continue as always, even after the exit of the individual or the people handling the task, the project, as the case may be. This is very crucial. It's beyond documentation, it's a leadership discipline, and it's the responsibility of the leader to ensure this, because most times team members, naturally they don't see the need to document, they don't see the need to keep the knowledge within the system. But for a leader that wants to institutionalize their organization, a leader that wants to scale up their organization must ensure that knowledge, is resident within the team or the institution or the organization, because this helps strengthen the organization. So how do you ensure this? Like I mentioned earlier, institutionalizing the knowledge means that you keep knowledge within the team or the organization, as the case may be. So how do you go about this? It's number one, I would use a framework, CSR, capture the knowledge. Capture by having SOPs. SOPs are like standard operating practices. This ensures consistency across board. So if this is how things is done, this is how standards are kept. So you can be sure that outcomes are predictable. So by also having videos, people also use playbooks where people can have visuals of how tasks are performed, how issues are resolved, how they attend to customers. For people that manage restaurants and all of that, how the meals are prepared, stating the right ingredients and in the right proportion. So short videos are also very helpful in capturing knowledge. Then we also have case-based learning, where people on a case-by-case basis. So if issues happen, people are documenting those issues. It can be by writing, or videos, visuals, or whatever you think would work for you. So on a case-by-case basis, that means if other people encounter such issues or cases, they know what to do based on what has been documented earlier. So most times knowledge is actually tacit, which means it's experience based, it is unwritten. So people keep the knowledge within them. They have the knowledge, the know-how of how things should be done within them. They don't think of documenting it. They even struggle with documenting it because out of people's busy schedule, they find it hard to take out time to get that done. But if you insist, the case-based learning is very critical, because most times it forms like a resource repository, for other team members, to ensure that when the organization does not go through the same issue twice. When people encounter issues, they go back to how it was handled by the previous person, and they're able to navigate properly without having a negative impact on the organization. We also have storage. So when you have all those resources, how do you store them? So you can use folders, you can use Google Drives, you can use files, as the case may be, as you deem fit, but ensure they are properly stored and saved and standardized, such that it makes it easy to search for documents. So if you have SOPs, you can arrange them, by units. You can arrange them by task. You can arrange them, alphabetically, whichever one works for you. But it makes retrieval easy. People don't have to start searching and searching and searching, to before they can have access to it. But for us to be able to build strong systems, strong institutions that can last decades, 10 decades or more, we must ensure that knowledge is institutionalized. Both your own knowledge as the lead or as the owner, as the CEO. All knowledge required for the growth of the organization must be institutionalized. One thing that I even noticed that multinationals do, they have something that they call like an information bank or a repository, whereby every issues they encounter, they document, in a folder, such that when from time to time, and the folder is being updated when issues happen, when new people take up the role. So when people encounter issues, before they even think of what to do, the first thing is to go to the information bank, type in to see if the issue had been encountered before. If it has, they look out for the solution in the bank. Then if not, they find a solution to the problem, then they go ahead to update the document such that it makes it easy when new people come in. Even when you have people that don't have the required expertise in quotes, they can still carry on for a while because there's something supporting their work. They have a bank that aids, performance, that helps them carry on with the job, while even if the organization wants to get another person. But you'll be rest assured that the task, the project will still continue while you're able to get another right fit. So as a leader, like I mentioned earlier, knowledge documentation and institutionalization is not just another form of documentation, because you can have SOPs that are not institutionalized. That means the SOPs are just beautiful documents, but they are not guiding. People don't really use them to get their tasks done. It's a leadership discipline you have to enforce to ensure that knowledge does not just live in the head of people. Knowledge actually lives within the system. So even when people live with the knowledge, there is a backup in the system that helps ensure consistency afterwards. I hope you're able to get value from this, and I hope for those my audience, I hope you are able to take one or two from this and ensure you replicate this in your own team or your organization, as the case may be. So thank you for listening. I do hope you have a good afternoon. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Have a good